All right. Looks like we are now being live streamed. So we are ready to go. It's time to start the Own Passive Milo show. Here we go. Y'all ready? Oops.
Go, go, go.
Oh boy. Hold on a minute.
We're ready. Go, go, go.
Yeah, I know. Some reason my speaker went out.
All right. Okay.
There we go. Passive Milo show is here today. You don't want to miss a single word they say. Bringing you founders from near and far. Listen as they tell you now just who they are. Listen to the stories and how they tell. In just 3 minutes how they're doing well. Tell us what it's all about today. How we not on passive, way on passive. It's a here to stay on passive. It's just no better way to listen to the On Passive Milo show. So then you can be the very first to know. On Passive is here to stay. On Passive Milo show is coming your way Saturday on Passive. Oh yeah. Milo, take it away. Hey, how you guys doing? It's so good to see all of you here today. Another Saturday show, and we got Mr. Leon Holiday coming up, I believe. I don't know if he's made it yet. Maybe I don't know. I tried getting a hold of him, but I haven't heard from him yet. So hopefully he'll make it here. But what we want to do today is just do what we do with Don't Passive. We want to let people talk about what you want to do, and this is going to be a kind of a open mic show where people can talk about how they want to bless people, what they want to do. You know, there's a lot of things out there going on being said now, but you know, we want to just, myself anyway, I love to, I am so thrilled that I'm going to be able to bless people. I've always wanted to do that, but I never had the vehicle, more or less the funds to do what I'm going to be able to do. And I'm just excited about it. But before we start, I want to thank every one of you for coming to the show, because remember, if you was not on the show, we would not have a show today, you know. So thank you, first of all, for coming. And I would like to also thank the co-host. Thanks, Marcienne, for helping me out till Lynn got here. Miss Lynn Nakamoto, thank you so much for being here. Say something to us, Lynn.
I'm glad to be here, and I love every one of you.
All right, great. Marcienne, go ahead and say a little bit. You were helping out there.
Thank you, Milo. I'm so happy to be here. Welcome, everyone. This is a great day. I am so excited. Hello, Lynn.
All right, great. And Mr. John Barilla, who takes care of the back end on the chats and stuff. Come on down and talk to us, John.
Oh, it cannot.
Oh, you're muted, John. John, you're muted.
Order food, and they will not put you in it.
Oh, can't hear you. Cannot hear you, John, for some reason.
Well, wait, I don't know why it is now.
There
Hello.
it is. Hey,
Can you hear me now?
I can now. Yeah, we can hear you.
I think somebody had me muted because I was not muted on my end. Anyway, I was just saying, same thing Lynn said. I love you all, and I'm happy to be here today. That's it. Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you, John. And Mr. Marty DeGarmo, are you still here in the house? Marty?
No, he's not.
Marty's not. Marty's gone. Okay. Marty's a busy guy. He's got so much going on, man. It's hard to keep up with all this stuff. I don't even understand how, Lynn, you do it, you know, because you're on every show just about that there is. But I really appreciate you coming to this one and helping out, you know, and stuff. So do we see Mr. Leon Holiday yet? Let me see if I can just touch base with him and see.
Yeah, he's not in the house yet.
Not in the house. Okay, well, I tell you what, we can just roll right on. And when he gets here, we'll be able to, you know, bring him on or whatever. So So basically what I wanted to do today was, have Leon talk to us about, he's got a project going on, and for some reason I can't, there we go. How's that? For some reason, or Leon, what I was going to say about Leon's got a project going on that I wanted him to come on and talk to us about. It's a great project, and I know there's a lot of people who have different projects going on, and I would love to have a special guest. If you got a special project that you're doing or that what you plan on doing with On Passive, please get a hold of me. We'll bring you on as a special guest. You can take 15, 20 minutes, explain it, and go with it that way. But in the meantime, we can talk about what we have going. We can just raise our hand and we can do an open mic right now. And I know there's a lot of things going on right now as far as changes and stuff. I was in the back office a little bit ago, and I noticed that instead of saying coming soon or whatever, it said beta, that it was beta testing. And, I don't think it's all done yet. I think that because it was kind of like it was there, then it wasn't, it was there. So I think they're making some changes in the back office, but we do know that we're moving forward and that things are getting better. So, and I would like to just, let's talk about, what is it that you like about On Passive? Where are you, what are you going to do with it? And how's it going to work out for you? Give us some pointers, anything that you want to say about it. So it's just kind of an open mic right now, till Leon gets here, and then we can bring him on. So I'm looking for hands. So if anyone's got anything they want to say, come on down and say it. It can be, anything you want to talk about with On Passive, come on down. All right. Basically what we'd like to try to keep it to is what it's going to do for you and how it's going to affect you and what you'll be able to do for others and stuff like that. So let's see, do we have any hands up? Not yet. I'm still looking for a hand. Don't everybody jump at once.
Maybe repeat the question so people know what you asked.
Okay, so what I'd like to know is, hey, what is On Passive going to do for you? And it's a vehicle that allows you to do something that maybe you've never done before, blessing people or doing something like that. So that's the question. That's what it's about. And you can talk about really anything that you want to with On Passive. Okay, it looks like we've got a hand up. Let me see. I can't even read it. It's too small. Godwin.
Yeah, right.
Godwin. Come on down, Godwin, and talk to us.
I happen to be. Good evening, everyone. Milo.
Hey, how you doing, Godwin?
Clean. God bless you all, my On Passive members. I'm so happy to be here today. I happen to be the first person talking about what On Passive will do for me. Not what it will do for me, actually, but what it will do for what I have prayed for a very long time since I was born, that if God can make it possible for me to have the means to do that, and that is being able to help the fatherless and motherless children. This is my utmost priority. And also to be able to put food on the table for my own family. This is the major thing I want to On Passive to do for me. And I will be more than excited and always praise the Almighty God, especially being able to help the fatherless, the motherless, those that have no voice in the society, those that are grouped as a reject in the community. These are the people my heart goes out for, and then be able to put food on the table for my family. That is it. Thank you.
I love it. I love it. And it is so true that the first thing we want to do, of course, is take care of ourselves and our family. And I think that's going to happen right away, and then once that does happen, then where are you going to go with it from there? So that was great. All right, let's see. We got Tina. Go. Come on down, Tina.
Hello, world. Hello, my beautiful fellow Pacifians. It's past 2 a.m. here in sunny Singapore. Well, it's moonlight Singapore at the moment. But thank you so much for for having me, Milo and Lynn. I'm so blessed to be here. And then the great question as to what passive is going to do for me. Number one, it will probably allow me to retire full time for the second time. Number two is what Ash has told Chris. My Chris Angel Johnson was saying, we got a lot of work to do, and I've got a lot of work to do with my list of blessing others. So that's what OnPass is going to do for me. I've got a long list of people I'm going to bless. So that's it for me at the moment. Thank you so much, Milo, for having me here. It's beautiful, this beautiful webinar. I'm sorry I'm not here so often because it's always past 2 a.m. and I'm always in bed.
I understand. Hey, thank you for coming, Tina, and sharing those words and beautiful stuff. All right, next up we got our Raya from India. Come on down.
A very good evening, sir. Are you able to hear my voice? Are you able to hear me?
Yes, we can hear you good.
Yes, sir. It is 12 o'clock in the midnight here. So I cannot speak loudly. I'm in the house and my video also is not proper to open here. So especially I thank you, Milo, sir, for your excellent program. Every Saturday we have your show and regularly I am a fan of you. And earlier also when Julie and Milo show was there, I was watching regular. So you have a lot of passion towards our company in the same way. But after coming into this company, we have learned many things. Earlier we were not knowing anything about the digital world, but after coming into this OnPassive, we have learned many great things and we want to do many things for the world. Especially my dream after coming into OnPassive is that I have 10 ideas for myself and mainly I want to start an old age home in our country because most of the people in our, when we reach our old age, many people are, the children are not taking care of the parents. So my dream is to start one old age home. And one more ambition is that I want to start a school for the blind where I can give a very latest technology with all the digital platform. I want to start a school for the blind. These are the two goals in my life. I am also a person with low vision. So I want to do for my community and for the old age. Thank you very much, sir, for giving me this opportunity to talk in this show. Thank you.
All right, that's awesome. You know, and I love the part about the elderly. You know, sometimes we don't realize it till we're in that spot. You got a parent that's aging or whatever, and all of a sudden, how do you do the elderly care for them? You know, it's expensive. I used to own an assisted living home, and I can tell you that it is expensive when you put someone, put them in a home. Not that you have to, but I'll tell you, sometimes it's the best thing for both parties because they get into an environment where they can do whatever, you know, they got activities going all the time, and yet it allows you to still live your life and then come and visit and have wonderful times with them when you visit, you know. But elderly care, I think, is something that we have overlooked, you know, that maybe this is going to be a vehicle that we'll be able to put, you know, whether we put in a spot and we put elderly care in there and then we start giving it away to the elderly, you know, or helping them be able to afford, you know, because no one needs to, you know, at the end of their life go and, you know, not have a decent place or whatever. This is going to make a difference. I'm telling you, OnPassive is going to make a difference in a lot of things. The vehicle, you know, when I say the vehicle, it's not that none of us never had this in mind. We all did. The majority of us here had it in mind. We have it in our hearts. Humans are good people by means, you know, but you didn't have it that chance before. Now you're going to have the chance to bless a lot of people and bless yourself, you know, and the cool thing is I think Ash might have even mentioned it. When you give, it is so much better than receiving. When you give, I can't tell you how good you feel, you know. You just have to experience it. And once you're able to change someone's life or help someone out, it's going to be a wonderful thing. All right, next up we have Mr. Richard Lamotte from Canada. Come on down, brother.
I love all you beautiful men, women, and children of the world from the bottom of my heart. Well, I could talk for about 2 hours about what I'm going to do, but I'll make it short and sweet. Anybody, I mean anybody, single mothers, single fathers, elderly people, disabled people, you name it. If there's somebody suffering out there, I will be getting them a reseller's position to make sure they no longer have to suffer. And I'm going to be traveling all over Canada and the United States with a motorhome with on-passive on it. And everybody, I don't care if they're rich, if they're poor. There you go. Here's a reseller's position. Now you go and keep it going. When you receive, you start giving. And that will be my motto. You receive, you give. And, you know, like I'm in a small town here. And when the industry closed, well, all the people that kind of left are replaced by disabled people, people on welfare, and things like that. And they're being taken advantage of. And I will make sure this no longer happens. Even if I have to buy the grocery store that's robbing them blind and make sure that the prices are right for them, I'll do it. So I love you all. Big kiss, big hug. And thank you for listening to me.
That was awesome, Richard. And I've got those same goals, same desires, you know, and you know, you said something that really struck me there was you know, when you receive, learn to give back, you know, and that's going to be a huge thing, you know. When we talk about changing the world one person at a time, if we give something out to someone, hopefully they're going to return that favor, you know, many times. And I've said on our show many times, the Julie and Milo show, when we were doing the interviews, I would say, hey, how many oranges can an orange create? And I'm not talking about seedless ones, but how many oranges can an orange create? And when you think about that, that question is so deep. And I don't even know who said it. Someone said it on the show, but I believe it was Les Brown that actually said it first. But do you realize that if you take an orange, and I don't even know how many seeds are in an orange, but let's say there's 20 seeds in an orange. You take that orange and you take that orange. Now, how many can it create? It can't, it doesn't create another orange. It creates an orange tree. So when you plant a seed, it grows into an orange tree. Now you got 20 orange trees. This is basically what on passive is. When you plant a seed in somebody, they become a tree for you, and they start blossoming, and they start giving away, and they start creating oranges. And then all of a sudden, that, you know, they got their own orange orchard, and it just keeps growing and it multiplies so fast, you know. And another one that I always like to say is, you know, you've all heard it, I'm sure, you know, I'll give you $1 million, or I'll give you a penny a day and put it into a jar, but I'll double it every day for 1 month. Which would you take? You know, everyone who knows the story, of course, is going to take the penny a day, because the true fact is that if you take a penny a day and you double it every day, you know, by the end of 30 days, if it's a 30-day month, you have $5 million and something in there. Now, what happens on the 31st day? It becomes 10 million. That is the beauty of on passive. That's the way that's going to work. You know, when you help people out, then all of a sudden they start helping people out. And you know, that thing starts doubling every day. Guess what? It doesn't take long for it to become this huge thing. You know, and we can change the world. You know, when we talk about, we got 1.5 million right now, and all of us are out there. We're talking to people, and we're maybe giving of ourselves and giving away, but it's coming back to us, you know. And no matter what, and I do think that this is something that we should. I would like to explain the way I feel. Now, everyone doesn't feel the same way. Everyone is not gonna think like I do. I understand that. My thing is that first 6 months, man, the more you do in that first 6 months, as far as giving out founders positions, it's going to grow immensely, a lot more than down the road when it's more full. It'll still grow. It's always going to grow. But whatever you do in that first 6 months, you know, is huge. And that's why, you know, I made up that sheet. If you look in the chat, there's a sheet, I call it the blessing sheet or whatever. And it's different things that you can bless people with, you know, and it's more to jog your memory so that you remember, you know, different things to do. All right, next up, we got Mr. Sampat Patel from India. Come on down, brother.
Hello, hello.
Hey.
Namaskar, everyone. Hello to all of you. First of all, thank you very much. Today's guest of this platform, Leon Holiday, and thank you very much to the organizer of this meeting, Nashville Milo and Lynn Nakamoto, for giving such a wonderful platform, and my heartiest congratulations to all the attendants who come on this platform. Friends, my name is Sampat Lal Patel, and I am a resident of Surat, India, and I am very positive about our company because I have been working in this company for last 3 years, and I have seen our company on passive. Today, I feel very proud of myself because the mission of our CEO is that he wants to eradicate hunger and poverty from this earth forever. When our company will come in public market, then it is going to create a panic all over the world because our company is going to give a lot to this society along with financial freedom, and most importantly, we are a part of this company. Nashville Milo, if you have permission, I have a question for you.
Okay.
I have a question for you, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you, thank you. Would we have to wait for more 90 days before the products goes out to the market for selling? This is my question.
What was the question? 90 days, will it be?
He said, will it be, do we have to wait 90 days for products to be sold to the market?
Yeah, right.
I guess what
I again repeat, would we have to wait for more 90 days before the product goes out to the market for selling?
Okay.
This is my question.
That's a question that I don't think there's no one on this panel can answer. The only one that would know that is Mr. Ash Mafaro. Now, what I believe is going to happen, this is just me talking from what I've heard before. I do believe that once we get that product, you know, we're going to have a chance whether we sell it or we give it away, but we're going to have that chance to do that. And some way, whether it's bring founders in or at least have them so that if we give it away, say if we have ONET and let's just say ONET is going to be free. We give it out to people, tell them, hey, you try ONET, see what you think about it. Once they click on that button, they're going to be assigned to you for the rest of their life. So whatever they buy, and I really believe that everyone is going to buy just about everything, whether you need it or whether you don't. And here's why. This is really a genius plan that Ash has put together, is because when you come in, even if you come in with a free product or say the very lowest one, and maybe 25, 30 bucks a month. Okay, now what you're going to see in your wallet is you're going to see that, okay, you've got so much from commission from that. But now you have this other spot over here that says, you know, someone underneath you signed up for Academy, someone signed up for Old Capture, someone signed up for Old Connect. And all that money is building up in there in commissions. But guess what? You don't get it until you purchase the product. So then it's very easy at that point, regardless where you are in life or where you are, that, you know, because if say, let's say, and please don't use these numbers against me or whatever, but let's say that O Academy costs you 80 bucks. And you look in your wallet and it says your commissions are going ding, 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 because people underneath you are buying O Academy. And all of a sudden you look at O Academy and it's $800 in there. Now, who is not going to pay that $80 to get 800 out? I don't think there's a person that will do it, right? So now all of a sudden you've got this person that is signed up. Now the commissions start flowing. But remember, the commission doesn't pass you up. That is the beautiful thing about OnPassive. Your commission will stay in your wallet. No other company I've ever worked for before, I've ever seen this, you know, where that it encourages you to purchase the product. Now, also remember this, that if that person doesn't buy the product, it doesn't affect your pay because you're still getting paid all those commissions if you have signed up for the product. Does that make sense to everyone? All right, I see Eric's giving me the thumbs up. Good. All right. So
thank you, Milo and Lynn Nakumato, for giving me a chance for speak this platform. Thank you very much.
Hey, you're welcome. Hey, thank you for all you do. I know you post a lot out and stuff, so thank you very much for all you do too. All right, next up we got Mr. Alan G, all the way from South Africa. Come on down, brother.
Hi, Milo. Hope you're doing well. Just one thing, from what I understand, that you can use the funds in your wallet to upgrade to buy the product before you can take it out. That's what I understand. You don't have to take out of pocket again. You can use your money in your wallet to upgrade. That's what I understand.
Okay, I'm not sure I understood. Did you say you can use your money that's in your wallet to upgrade?
Yes.
Okay, so you can. If you bought the product, you get the.
Before you, okay, you've activated your account. You may have to say that like the lowest package, and now somebody's buying, as you say, somebody's buying O Connect. But now it's accumulating in your wallet, but you can use those funds in your wallet to pay for your O Connect, to buy the O Connect.
Okay, I don't understand it that way. You could be right. I don't understand it that way. I understand that, you know, it's in there. Your commissions is in there. So if you're saying you can use it, you could take and pay 80 bucks, say if it's $80 and you got 800 in there, you take that 800 out immediately. So if that's what you're saying, yes. If you're saying you can take that out of the commissions to pay for it, I do not believe that's true. That's not the way I understand it. You would have to buy the product, then you get the commission. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and also I've been querying this for a while, but on the webinar on Thursday, even Corinne mentioned that you can was saying that actually very generous in allowing you to use the funds in your product in your wallet to upgrade your products. So, and he didn't disagree with it.
Can I
Okay.
chime in on that? I think what Alan is trying to say is, let's say you have just the lowest price package,
Right.
but you see commissions, you're earning commissions, right? So you have money from that lowest price package, and you have your eye on the next higher price package that you would like to purchase so that you can earn commissions on that next higher price purchase. He's asking if you can apply the commission from the first package to buy the second package, and I believe we can.
Oh,
We just,
absolutely.
but we initially, when we activate, we have to come out of pocket to activate.
Yes.
But once we've activated, future commissions that we earn can be used toward other packages. So when he says upgrading, meaning he wants to buy other packages that are higher price so that he can make more commissions, right, Alan?
Yes.
Yeah, I believe that's possible. That's
Absolutely,
allowed.
you can do that. That's what I was saying. You know, if you take the commissions you're earning, you can do it anything you want with them. You can upgrade. Once you upgrade, then you get all that money anyway that's in there in commissions, you know. So it's a beautiful thing, the way that he has it set up. I don't see how anyone would not want to do it. All right, does that answer your question, Alan?
Yes, thank you.
All right, thank you. Let's see, who do we got up next? Mr. George Lukes, come on down. Uganda.
Hello everyone.
Hey George, how you doing?
I'm doing fine, thank you. I'm calling all the way from Uganda. That is a country in the eastern part of Africa with the best coffee in the world. I think that's one landmark you should know about that country. Now, thank you for every founder and everyone here. Going back to the topic, you know, we digressed a bit by going into terms of other things, but going back to the main focus of this webinar about what we will do for our communities, people around the world, to mention but a few. One of the things for me, like what our CEO told us, that we should think we should upgrade our vision. Now, of course, where I come from, there are so many problems in our communities and the country as a whole. But I know most of them can be dealt with, especially if we get reseller positions for different communities. But now I have a bigger dream or vision, and that is pertaining to the wealth, to the health of human beings. It is really so heartbreaking to see that people are still dying from cancer, which is actually avoidable by what we eat. So for me, in my community, I think I would think about a system called regenerative agriculture or farming, whereby we do not use chemicals, we use natural methods like what it used before, because that's where it begins. Your body is less than 90% of what you eat. So that is something that I'm really wishing to take up. If it means working with the scientists, but it should come from here. Because remember, Africa, I think we are the only continent now having at least better soils. They have not been polluted. So that's where I really want to put my energy, because I know this is really heartbreaking. And guess what? Since our CEO is working from the heart, can you imagine most of these things are avoidable, but just because of the profit-oriented CEOs, they wouldn't mind. But we can cure cancer or any other diseases using natural organic foods. So that's where I want to take it from. Thank you very much for listening to me, and be blessed.
All right, thank you, George. Thank you, George. And you know, I think you know, a lot of things we're going to see change. And when Ash said, we are going to be the correction to the corruption. A lot of the things that happen in the world nowadays is because of corruption. It's because of there's more money. There's more money in the the medicines and stuff like that than there is in the cure. If you do the cure, all of a sudden there's nothing for these organizations or people that are with greed. I couldn't imagine. I guess I couldn't imagine not wanting to do it, but I know that it's out there. That there's things like you were talking about, the foods that we eat. When we find out all of this stuff and we find out some of the corruptions, I think our minds are going to be blown by it. So I think we're in for a real treat. Not only financially what it's going to do for us, but in all other things. The truth of the matter is, every war that's been started that is because of greed. Countries are greedy and they want this, they want that, and they, by doing it and by pitting us against each other, they achieve their goal, of which they then are still on the top and they make more money than everyone else and they can control us. That's my thought. But anyway, all right, next up we got Miss Pooja Rayo. Come on down, girl. It's been a while since I talked to you. I love this girl right here. Come on down and talk to us. You're muted, Pooja. You're muted. Ah, there we go.
Hi, Milo, sir.
Hey, how you doing,
Hi,
girl?
Lynn. Hi, Mercy. I'm feeling very happy being here. Very excited when sir, you asked us the question of what is the plan and things. There are so many things coming to my mind. Firstly, in the past, what did I gain in this last 2 years, stepping into third year with non-passive? So I have got lots of connections and I've got my skill groomed. Also, the confidence level within me has grown extremely very well, which is also helping me with my current job too. Secondly, at present, what I'm gaining from on-passive is today will be a historical day again for me, because being HRO staff in the beta testing phase, when I saw the features, it was really so awesome. I could not expect so many things inbuilt within one platform. So it is very happening. And when it comes to the future, I always said I wanted to work with disabled children. Yes, of course, I will be doing that in the very in the future. And also, secondly, I had also mentioned that I will be doing for my village where I grew. They are facing lots of problems, so I'll support them in every which ways I can. Also, last but not the least, sir, last year in July, I started with Julian Milo show, and this gave me a very turning point. And within a year, I have gained so much of love, care across the globe, and also the connections what I have got is really awesome. This is all because of the on passive, and I really thank every individuals with Ash sir and his team for doing this wonderful thing.
All right, thank you, Pooja. It's good. I love it when I see people that have come on the Julian Milo show, and watch them grow. When you first come on, you're scared to death or whatever sometimes, or you're not real comfortable, and then all of a sudden you see them and they're talking in 10,000 people or whatever, on webinars. It's a wonderful thing. I love it. I love it. It's been said, I think you even mentioned it, some of the poor countries in the world, and how are we going to be able to help them? And if you really think about it, and I bring this up quite a bit, so I don't want to just use it too much, but still, I want people to understand. Do you realize that only 59.2% of the world gets the internet right now? That means that there's 40.8% that doesn't get it. Now, whether it's because there's no fiber optics, there's no wires, there's no satellite, there's some reason they're not getting it. Now, That's true. There's a few of those that maybe just don't want to get it because there's people out there that they don't want to advance. They don't want a smartphone. They don't want this. They don't want that. But can you imagine when that 40.8% or whatever percent that is, let's say it's only 39%, 39% more of the world gets handed a phone, which now is their bank, which now gets them connected to the world. They're going to hear music they never heard. They're going to hear people talk they never heard talk. They're going to hear ideas they never heard. They're going to learn things that they never learned before. And all of a sudden, these countries that are in the backwoods or whatever, all of a sudden they start using their minds and creating these things. And this, I think, will happen around the world, even in the US, even in the places that is very developed. You know, when you start sharing stuff like that, all of a sudden it's in one place. You can share, you can learn. It's going to be an incredible thing. Now, think of this. What happens if you happen to get a person in that, you know, world that, you know, they're really struggling. They don't have nothing to eat. They don't have shelter over their head. I mean, you know, and it's not their fault. It's just that's the way they've come up. That's what's happened to them. That's their environment. Now, what happens when their environment changes? Do you think they will tell someone? I think they will.
Definitely.
Do you think they'll bring other people in? Absolutely. Yes. And do you think that you can change a whole country very quickly that way? Absolutely. When we look at the enormous, how enormous this vehicle that we have in our hands called Own Passive, how it's going to change our lives and how we can change other people's lives, it's a wonderful thing. So I wanted to bring that point up. So sorry for doing it again. I know I do it quite a bit, but I like to say it, you know. So, all right, next up, we got Miss June Buckingham from the USA. Come on down, June.
Can you hear me?
Can hear you now.
All righty. Well, back to the topic of what the webinar was about. I started a vision board. Actually, it's a vision image right now. I have it just paced out on things that I want to do with my family. And then I also have one that I'm going to do after I take care of everybody that I need to take care of. I'll get to my charity part. But once I'm finished, I'm making it as a screensaver on my computer. So every time I go in on my computer, it's right there in front of me. Or on my phone, my vision board. This is my vision. After Ash's, by the way, Ash, thank you for all those updates on Thursday. They were totally awesome. Made chills. I just couldn't sleep Friday night or Thursday night. But that is what my goal is. And I started to do after we were talking last week about the big old truck. And I go, okay, now I need to do a vision board. A vision board is just something that is in your face all the time. Your goals that you want to complete in your life, your goals that you want to do when you are, hold on, baby, I'm sorry, this is my grandson here. And what you want to do with your apples when you're finished, your goals. But that's just sharing what I started to do this week. Say hi, this is my grandson, Wesley.
Hey, Wesley, how you doing? All right, thank you, June. Thank you, June, for sharing that. That's a good point. You know, keeping those goals in front of you, you know, knowing where you're going to go, what you're doing. Start thinking about it now, because that's important. You know what I'm saying? To have it in front of you so that you know what you're going to do, so that when that happens, the last thing you want to do is when this all comes about and you start getting all these apples in, and you take care of your family, you get it out there, you know, get everyone taken care of, get yourself taken care of. But then what you don't, personally, I should say me, What I don't want to do is I don't want to leave those apples in the bucket and let them rot. You know, why not take those apples immediately and send them out? Because unlike the lottery, unlike anything you've ever done in your life, you know, you've always had to hold something back for that rainy day. Guess what? You don't have to do it now with Own Passive. There is no rainy day. In other words, the apples are always falling. So if you get rid of those apples, don't worry. Tomorrow there'll be more in there. That's the beautiful thing that I love about Own Passive. So it's a great thing. All right, let's see. I don't see any other hands up. How about maybe we'll call on some if I don't see some hands up, or we can, you know, if we're through talking about it. Mr. J, come on down and talk to us. I haven't seen you in a while, but I love this guy. He's out there and he has been sharing and producing. Come on down, Jay, and talk to us.
Thank you, Milo sir. Thanks a lot. Actually, from the last, if you visualize the last updates by S sir, definitely the word used by him is that poverty crusher. Okay, Own Passive in the coming days definitely remove this poverty throughout the world. Just because the potential of the product which we have, at the same time, what he also explained that the cost will be borne by the company, not for the organization or whatever we want to do for that purpose. So definitely it's a big thing, and if anyone understand that the real meaning of that, then that will be definitely helpful to all the, as already used to be said, we will definitely uplift the humanity. At the same time, for the whole planet we will do some good thing in the coming days. Okay, that is the more important right now for the founders. And at the same time, I just want to tell many founders that focus on right now what you are doing. Okay, then only you will enjoy this journey of Own Passive. Otherwise, if you are not satisfied with your right now what you are doing, then definitely you will distract from this concept. Thanks a lot, sir. That's what I want to say.
That is so true, Jay. That is so true. Is to enjoy the journey. You know, we are on a journey, and we have been on a journey. Some of us for a long time. I know Richard's been on it for over 3 years, almost 4 years. I've been on it for almost 4 years. Sherry, I seen Sherry was on here. She's been on it for, you know, almost 4 years. Bruce Gerstein, have you been, how long you been, Bruce? Can't hear you, Bruce.
Just over 2 years, Milo.
Just over 2 years. Okay. Bruce is around all the time. In fact, Bruce, go ahead and talk to us a little bit. You're always full of good information.
I just got in, so I don't know exactly what the topic is that we're sharing.
The topic is where is Own Passive going to take you? What are you going to be able to do with Own Passive? How's it going to change your life?
Well, first of all, above all, it is going to clear my debt, because I have a lot of debt from a lot of MLM companies in the past. But that's all going to be taken away immediately. Then I'm going to take care of the family, do the things that I do there. I'll be traveling. I'll be getting more physical therapy, which will be a much better training, much better trainer to get me to get myself 100% again. And then after that, I'm going to have enough to give wherever I'm meant to give. And that will be depending where God wants me to give. That depends on where I show up. And, you know, the most important thing for me is always to remember to do acts of kindness, goodness for everyone. Always think of myself as I always thought. Like Ash said this the other night. He talks about Susie and, you know, the nose and stuff and all that. I have a teacher a long time ago says, God don't make junk imperfect, but my God cannot make anything but perfect. So don't ever believe a lie that they told you that there's only one perfect being who ever existed, because a perfect being will make only perfect. So everyone here is perfect, and everything that happens down passive is perfect, and where we're going is perfect and is divinely guided. So I'm very, very much looking forward to where these things take us. I like to look at them as green apples rather than just apples, because green is the color of money. And don't be greedy, be green. Be filled with enthusiasm for what we have here, because we have the best thing ever going in the world that I think that the world has ever seen. This will change humanity. Humanity will come together, because one of the things that happens is that when it becomes a certain amount of energy in the world, positive energy will overcome negative energy when we have enough positive energy. And we have enough energy, or, the flow of energy coming from 1.5 million founders to make that fill up the rest of the universe. So I'm looking forward to what God has for us, what Ash has for us, and what we all have for each other, with each other, and for each other. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Bruce. Thank you, Bruce. How about Mr. Tim Dillon? We haven't heard from you in a while. Tim, you got something to say?
Milo, come on.
I know you do, man.
Hey, it's wonderful, all the words that have been put out today to this point. But I come from the old school. I can't tell you what I might do with these apples because I don't have them. Until I have them, I don't know. But I'm sure because the man upstairs allowed me to survive the motorcycle accident I was in, I'm sure he will guide me to the right place to share these apples. I don't know where that's going to be, but I'm not going to get overly jacked up about it, because in time it will be shown to me, and I'm sure it will be shown to everyone where they need to go, and each and every one of us will do the right thing, because we all have big hearts and loving hearts. We're a family, and we are so special, and what we're going to do is going to be so special for the entire world. I'm so happy to be part of history.
Absolutely. Thank you, Mr. Tim. I agree with you somewhat. I do believe everybody can have a plan. You can dream big. And that's what we're talking about. None of us know what we'll do till we got them. But if we're not planning in advance, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen is when it comes, you're not going to be prepared. And, that's
Don't get me wrong, Milo.
Right.
I'm well prepared.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying is, we want to be prepared. We want to know what we're going to do with the apples, but we don't have them. But once we have them, what are we going to do with them? That's what we're talking about. And I know you are prepared.
Well, the first thing, of course, we all are going to take care of ourselves.
Absolutely.
And get ourselves to the right place so that we can make those decisions when they're come about.
Absolutely.
I love you all.
Hey, love you too, Tim. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. How about Dr. Benny? Dr. Benny, you got something to say? Come on down, girl. You're muted.
All right, we got a hand up too.
Okay.
Do you want her to talk first before I can talk?
No, go ahead, Dr. Benny.
Oh, thank you so much, Brother Milo, for giving me this opportunity. Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning to my brothers and sisters. I am so pleased to be here. And the first person we want to really give thanks to is our CEO. Our CEO saw the vision. And because of his vision and because of the love that he has for all of us, he decided that we should join him. I want to also thank each and everyone, all the founders, because you all saw the vision. Now, what am I going to do with this money? The first thing, as each and everyone knows why I really joined OnPassive, was to pay off my school loan. When I get this money, I will pay my loan. I will pay the school loan of my children. My father has more than 30 children. I will help my own family first, my brothers in Africa as well. Then the next, we have a lot of mentally challenged children all over the globe who are in need. We also have, I don't know if you guys know about St. Jude Hospital here in United States.
Absolutely.
These children, you know, sometimes when I look at them, I cry. Some of them don't have hands, legs. They need our help. So they even ask for $69, right? A month. I will do my best to give more and more for cancer research. They need that money. And you need money to pay those doctors. There are a lot of nurses who are suffering. I mean, they have worked so hard. We want to help all these people. Now, in Africa, or I shouldn't only say Africa, all over the globe, there are a lot of children out there. They don't even have clothes to wear, food to eat, clean water they don't have. With this amazing opportunity that our CEO has given me, or all of us, whoever needs that help, I will do my best. Now ask me, what am I going to do with millions of dollars? Am I just going to take the money and just say, oh, I'm a millionaire? No. Those people, those children, the orphans, the widowers, they all need this money. They need help. They need houses. Now, have you guys noticed that there are children that when they go to school, they fall asleep? They don't have food to eat. If you give them food to eat, they will be able to pass the exams. You know that, right? Sometimes, most of us, when our children fail, then the parents will beat them. I said, why? You didn't study. It's because they did not eat. So we need to feed them. And I'm willing, I am going to work. I will do my best. I always say, I told Brother Leon that I am very, very strict. As you guys know, that there are a lot of people out there that they are demanding for money. And when you give them the money to help our African kids, they don't even utilize that money for those children. I am going to be strict. I will take care. Count on me. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Benny. Thank you, Dr. Benny. All right. Next up, we have Sapna Gupta. Come on down.
Thank you so much. A very good evening. Is I'm audible?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you, Milo and Lee and all the panelists, and a very good evening to all, and giving me a chance to speak over here on this platform. And I think OnPassive is a business of legacy, which you pass on generations to generations. It will not change the life 360 degree of a founder, but it changes the life of your generations, and it make you a blush and blossom, uplift, upgrade your life as a flower, which makes the aura fragmented and happy whosoever look at it. Instead of helping someone or giving financial or sport, I respect Dr. Betty, but if I give him a chance to earn, it would be a much and much better, and On Passive is going to do all the things for you just in $97. Thank you so much to Mr. Ash Mupara, who has made that concept or project for all of us. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. All right, do we have any more hands? If not, we can close it down. Looking for hands. Mr. John Barilla, come on down, brother, and talk to us.
Hey, hi. I just take a second away from the chat and all the YouTube chats to say, you know, on my end, I've been thinking about a couple of things I could do, depending upon what happens when the apples start coming in. I have, for example, a church right around the corner from where I live in New York City here. And 2 years ago, it burned down. And the only thing that was saved was its facade. And it's an iconic historic building with a great history as a church. And people are trying, of course, to rebuild the church from the facade that is left there. So I plan on getting involved with the groups that are involved with trying to bring this church back to life. It's all denominations. Everybody can join this church. It's a religious church, but it doesn't have a specific religion. And then the other thing I have on my mind is in my neighborhood, there are several folks that I see all the time in the streets. And I don't like to use the word homeless, but you know, the people are friends of mine as I walk down the blocks in my area, in my neighborhood. And I actually know a few of them that could use some help. And I know we have to be very careful of knowing what we're doing. We're not just giving money to someone that's stuck out on the street. So I'm actually, as we go along, I've been trying to, you know, say hello to them, talk to them a bit, make a relationship of some sort, and then I'll find out more about them later because they're going to be around, and I'm going to maybe try to do something with them, that kind of thing. So that just came to my mind. I thought I'd pop on and say that. So thank you.
That's beautiful, John. That's beautiful. I love your heart. And you know, one thing. Let me just mention something. You were talking about. What if you start a fund? You open up for this church. You open up. You buy a spot, and then those other people that want to join, help doing that, they buy a spot also. You are building that fund up, but at the same time, they're making money back. So it goes back to the old thing. I can give a person a fish, or I can teach them how to fish. You know, and when you do that. And one other thing that's really cool about this that and I know that there's people out there that maybe they won't work, maybe they don't, you know, but there's a lot of people who have or maybe misunderstood that they would if they could. But the beautiful thing with Own Passive, as long as you help them, then it's out of your hands. But guess what? It's gonna come back to you. Even if they don't do anything with it, remember that orange tree, that orange has those seeds in it. And guess what? The company starts planting those seeds underneath them. And all of a sudden it blossoms, you know. And I think that's where we're going to change a lot of people's lives, you know, just by giving it. I love Dr. Benny said about St. Jude Hospital. If you never walked in St. Jude's Hospital, which I never have, in fact, I probably don't want to till I get on passive, just to be honest with you, because I've been in cancer hospital. When I was in cancer hospital in Rush Hospital up in Chicago, I'm going to buy them a whole lot of spots, you know, because I know what they're all about. I've seen people come in. I've seen them deal with people and how that all works, you know, and anytime you can help someone in those situations, I think it's a good thing. Appreciate your comments there, Mr. John. Thank you very much. Okay, and next up, we got none other than Mr. Mamodu, and I guarantee you he's working someplace. Come on down, Mamodu.
Yes, Mr. Milo, you are absolutely correct. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you, Mr. Milo. I'm right there working here, taking care of elderly people. When first of all, let me thank Mr. Ash, for making my life and my dreams so purposeful in this world. When I get whatever I will get from Umpasi, first of all, I will take good care of myself, take care of my family. I came from a large family. I have about 11 siblings, and all of them, they are still living in our father's house. They don't have a house of their own. And each of them have how many kids? Over 200. So I will take care of them, make sure each one of them have their individual houses, and then make sure those kids who is in school, who is doing whatever to make sure that they are all okay. And then I go into my community where I was born. I'm from Sierra Leone, but now I'm in America here. So I will make sure the community that I was born take care of everything that are needed in that community, ranging from health, from water, from sanitation, everything, and then move to the nearby communities and onto the whole country. That's my dream, Mr. Milo. Thank you for allowing me to share this idea
Right.
on the wall.
Thank you, Mr. Mamodu. I love it when people dream, and when you dream, and the thing about it is you can't outdream on passive, I don't believe. Whatever you think, it can become true. We have the vehicle now that will get us wherever we want to go. And we just have to understand that, and so thank you so much for sharing your dream and your heart. All right, sir. All right, and next up we got Mr. Hey, Sajab Manur. Come on down, brother.
Hey, the unpassive Milo show. My brother, my young and energetic unpassive and Milo. Hey, this is Shajib Munir, man from Bangladesh. Hey, everyone, unpassive family. What's up? We are so much just crazy and happy. Be smile for Milo. Milo always smiling face, my younger brother. And really, I hats up to Milo because he's a true lover of unpassive, no doubt. And everyone, we are a true lover of unpassive. I'm just saying, I'm a always happy myself because I am an unpassive and I am a honorable founder of unpassive because here is a lot of unpassive and here is my brother SM Akram. He's a cool master of Bangladesh unpassive, Dr. Benny, unpassive wife, really fantastic. And Pooja Rao, lots of Lynn Nikamoto, she's my favorite, So what I said, just I'm crazy for unpassive. I don't say anything. And this is the last beauty of in the world, not only internal world. I think so. It's the last beauty of in the world of unpassive because unpassive is totally beauty, no doubt. It's a lot of things, lot of products, lot of tools, and it's an everything. How to do one? You can do everything and once fill up your feelings and it's an everything. Just realize unpassive. What is this? It's a fantastic and fabulous, as like a Pooja Rao. She's a very smart guy and very smart unpassive. Pooja Rao. Wow. Here is Joymukhi. Oh, fantastic. Hey, Marcel. Wow. I always show your life, and I'm just like your life, really. And this is my happiness. I am on Pacifian and total on Pacifian family right now. 14 lakhs plus. So this is the fantastic family, no doubt. We are the only for one family, and proud of our CEO, Honorable CEO, Mr. Ashmufare. He lived long 1,000 years. I just pray my Almighty of Allah. Ashmufare live long 1,000 years because he's a dreamer. He's a good human being, no doubt. So that's why I'm always crazy for unpassive and everyone. I know, hey, Benny, you are a queen of unpassive. Yes, brother. And Guyana, thank you, brother. And everyone, just heads up. And I'm just saying to, we are a unicorn. We are the star. Sorry, Benny. Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Hey. We enjoyed what you had to say. Thank you very much. All right. And next up, we have Latoya. Latoya Francis from the USA. Come on down, Latoya. You're muted or something there. It looks like you're unmuted, but we're not hearing you. I'm not anyway.
Oh, can you hear me at all now?
Can hear you now.
Okay. Well, good morning, everyone, or good afternoon. My name is Latoya Belgrade Francis. I'm coming to you from Washington State, USA. And so I was thinking back to the interview that Red did with Mr. Wasim this week or last week. And Mr. Wasim asked what he thought. I think he asked him what his favorite product was, or maybe what he thought would. I think he answered the question was, what product did he think would be the most popular or go viral? And so he mentioned Connect, and I agreed with him at the moment. But then when I think about these conversations that we've been having since that time, talking about being active founders, being positive, bringing, hope to, the world and to humanity. And I actually think that the product that's going to go viral could be Bless. So I know why Mr. Red thought that Connect would be the one, because we usually think of a viral effect means millions of kids, teenagers, young folks getting a hold of something, and you get 1 million hits in a day. That means that the thing has gone viral, and usually that happens with younger folks. But I think with more than 1.4 million founders, we could make Bless go viral just by each founder doing one project. And it doesn't even have to be a project, kind of like maybe with Tim. It doesn't have to be a project that's pre-planned, something that you already know that you want to do. It could be all of those many campaigns that are already out there, and you're using your Bless to fund the campaign that you feel very strongly for. But that's still one founder, 1.4 founders doing making Bless go viral. So that's what I wanted to say. I just thought that, we could maybe make it a challenge, because wouldn't it be great for the one product for on passive that goes viral, that touches at least 1 million people, is Bless, because we all want to do it. We all have the drive and the desire and the love, and we can also make a big splash. So that's what I wanted to share. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Latoya. And it is true, I've thought of community projects, or if someone comes up with something, you take let's go back to when we had the shooting in Uvalde or wherever it was. Can you imagine each of us giving $1 and walking down there and giving them $1.4 million, a check from On Passive? it's going to change the world. Oh, bless. I do think that, Oh, bless is a great product, but all the other ones too, I think they're all going to go viral just for the simple fact that there's so many people in the world and everyone has a different thing. And a lot of us will, even though Oh, bless is great to us, there's other things that we'll look at and we'll know that we can use, say Oh Connect. Oh Connect, let's think of Oh Connect. What happens if you use Oh Connect and you create your own TV broadcast and whatever you want to do in life, and bring people on there, and you have that thing running 24 hours a day. You realize you can do that. You can actually put that on the web and say myself, okay, I love music, I love musicians. I think a lot of times, because they don't make money per se, the songwriters and stuff, you get disappointed, and then all of a sudden it's like, why am I creating this stuff and I'm not getting anything back? Imagine when you don't have to worry about that, it will come back to you. You could put up an Oh Connect TV channel where you run shows that, hey, the story behind the song, and people get to listen to the story behind the song, which drives traffic to their website and stuff like that. There are so many things out there that I think will go viral, but you are correct. One of the things that touches a lot of people is that Oh Bless, and that is going to be a wonderful thing. And the vehicle we have now is just second to none. And so thank you very much, LaToya. I love your heart. All right, let's go to Madhumata. Come on down.
Thanks a lot, Milo sir, to giving me this chance, this wonderful opportunity. And I want to giving thanks, Lynn ma'am, and all the panelists who are present in here and all the attendants. Thanks a lot for giving me this wonderful opportunity. I just want to say that OnePassive is eternal. OnePassive is eternal. OnePassive is real company, real business with real product. And more of all of these things, OnePassive gives us opportunity to fulfill our dreams. And OnePassive taught us the lesson about the humanity. OnePassive taught us thinking beyond ourselves. And the great product to me OnePassive is Academy and Obless. Through Academy, we can give education all over the world who needs who are needed those education and who deserve that. And through Obless, we can help more and more people who becomes live in the live down the poverty level, which Dr. Benny ma'am said. And I agree with her because this is a great opportunity to help each other and to help all over the globe. And to me, this is a wonderful opportunity, and this is my dream to help those person who actually need, who can't bear himself or herself, which they deserve. So to me, OnePassive is our dream. And this is a beautiful family which our ancestors built up through the world. And this is a mini world. That is the OnePassive, because we are OnePassivian. We are in it to win it. And I am proud founder that we are here. I, my husband and my in-laws, my son, all we are the founder. And we are so much proud about the OnePassive, about the Aster and about the OnePassivian. Thank you so much for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Thank you, sir.
All righty, thank you. There's so much, and I love the thing about the vehicle. We've never had that before. Never had a vehicle like this that will take us any place we want to go. And I do believe that no matter what you want to do in life, On Passive can help with it. That's just a fact. I mean, if you think about it, I don't care what you want to do in life, On Passive will get you there. You just have to use it. We're all going to learn that. I love about the Academy. I think that, knowledge is power. And now we're taking and we're giving everyone the knowledge, and you're taking all these people around the world that will come on and will share their knowledge. And now you don't have to relearn. A lot of things, it's just a matter of seeing it done or watching it done or knowing how it's done. And we can all do it. It's a lot of things are not real hard. It's just, but if you don't know how to do it, you don't know how to do it. You don't know what you don't know, So thank you for that. So next up, we got Miss Marciana Himmabu. Come on down and talk to it.
Thank you so much. Good morning. Namaste. Salam alaikum. Bonjour. I think all those language, it means the global Unpassivian, who we are. We speak one language, the Unpassivian language. Thank you, Milo, and all the previous speaker. This is a great subject. And the great thing about this subject is what? At some point in our life in this great company, we are all going to have it abundantly. It's going to be too much. It's going to be overflow. And now, are you been thinking, what are you going to do with the overflow? Because at some point, you like it or not, if you are a founder, the system is going to get you to have an overflow. So what are you going to do with your overflow? I think that's what we are trying to brainstorm today. And for us that sometimes we think about it, and for those that don't think about it, please start thinking about the overflow. Because it's going to be abundant. I personally, my overflow, I have a passion. And I'm so grateful that this company is going to give me the opportunity to use my overflow for my passion. And my passion has been to always thinking of helping the children, those that they were born with HIV and AIDS. Nobody talk about them. Nobody think about them. Those children, they did not merit to have this disease from born. They grow up and they have no friend. Sometimes they commit suicide because they have nobody to talk. They don't have who to share their story with because they believe that everybody around them don't like them or they know their situation. And because it's something that nobody want to talk about, they don't care about it. Those are the unprivileged ones. The ones that I think I'm going to be in their voice. I believe I can be their voice because we have a lot of them. A lot of them. They come to this world with that disease that nobody want to talk about. And my passion is to make sure that I'm going to go not only where I came from because I know they have a lot. I came from Cameroon. For those that they know me, that's my hometown country. We have a lot. I came from Africa, we have a lot. And also here in the United States, which is my second country, we still have a lot of children. And nobody cares, nobody talk about them. Because nobody want to open that subject. It's the subject, they call it sometimes shameful sickness. No one wants to talk about it. Let us advocate for those children. Let us be their voice. Let us be their eye. Let us be their heart. I'm thinking about having a place. I don't want to call this place like just for those kids. Because if it's the place that is just for them, you know what is going to happen? They're still going to be limited and people will be pointing finger. Those are for the people that they have that sickness. We don't want that. We want them to be feeling joyful, to be feeling human, to feel like they can go out and have their life, a normal life. We all know that they can live that beautiful life. We all know that all the things they say about that is not true. As long as we recognize them and we put them in the good place, give them the mindset of education that will develop their brain in a different direction, that will help them. I know I cannot do it by myself. So let us come together and help those kids. That's my passion. Thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Marcian. That's a great, that's exactly what we like to hear. Here, it's something that you're passionate about. I never really thought about it, to tell you the truth, but now I do. And I want to, when you start that thing up, I want to help you out with it, and I think that's what we're going to find from a lot of founders is as we get these projects in and we start doing them, all of a sudden, hey, you know what? Marcian's got this project going. I can sign up. I can put another spot underneath her. That's going to help build that. And at the same time, give me more coming in that I can put more spots under it. That is the beauty of Own Passive. I love it. I love, that you do have a goal that you have a project that you want to work on. I love that. Thank you very much for sharing. Mr. Eric, come on down and talk to us. Eric Kessler from all the way from Illinois.
Yeah, how you doing, Milo?
Good. How you doing, Eric?
Doing very good. Of course, and anybody saw my interview with Milo and Julie that I have an autistic son. And what I would like to do, my passion is to build a home, to buy a place. There's a place for sale, but I don't know if it will be when the apples come in, but to build a place here specifically for autism people. No matter, they got to be at least old enough to live there, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of times autistic people get thrown in with every other special needs, which is fine, but it's different than anything else. And a lot of people that don't understand it, they understand how to take care of special needs people, but they don't understand the special needs of autistic people. It's different. Their thought patterns are different. Everything about them is different. And like my son, he went to a place, and they did the best they could with him during the day to make him feel like he was productive, but they didn't know how to deal with autistic people, and there was nobody there that was trained for that. So needless to say, it wasn't a good place for him. And now he's in a different place that they do know how to deal with it, and he's so much better. I mean, he's useful. He's out in town. He's doing Meals on Wheels. He's doing all kinds of things, feeling productive. And that's because they know how to deal with autism. It's a whole different bag, man. It really is. And I would like to see more places to come along. Not just, I know there's places that you can go that are part of autism research and all that, but I'm talking about places in local towns and local cities that are specifically for autistic, and not for just the rich, but for anybody that can go there and prove that they need to be there, that are actually diagnosed with autism or Asperger's or whatever you want, whatever spectrum they are on that, because we really need it in this country and in every country. And if you look at your statistics, when Eric was first diagnosed, it was 1 out of 275 kids have autism. Now it's like 1 out of 50, maybe even less now. So it's a real big deal, and people don't think about that. And I agree with what Marcian said. There's groups that people don't really think about. Everybody knows someone that has or is related to someone that has autism. And if we don't start taking care of that now, it's a big part of our populations worldwide, and it's something that needs to be really thought about. So I'm going to put that out there on Oblast as one of my projects is to build that house, and I want pray that you people will help with that, because it's really an important thing. And my other thing is there's two passions, that and that's feeding kids, because the thoughts of a child going hungry or not knowing where his next meal's coming from breaks my heart. So we got to deal with that. That's it. Thank you.
Absolutely, Eric. I love your heart, and of course, you know that I love autistic children, and they. I'll tell you what. There's no one better than an autistic child, you know, as far as they love unconditional. And I don't care where I see some that I've known for 50 years. And man, you would think if I seen them today, and some of them I haven't seen for years, I guarantee I walk up, they know me, and they're going to come and throw their arms around me. And, you know, there's nothing better than that. I want to be part of yours, you know, not only with Go Bless, I'll do that also, but my thing is, you know, when you start that thing up, let's start a fund, you know, for it that that us as founders can support, and we can put a spot under that, you know, and start building that up. And then, just like you said, I mean, even if it comes to the point that you know, you got an autistic child that you like to see go in there. Hey, what's wrong with buying that, one of us buying that child a spot so the family doesn't have to deal with it, you know, and all of a sudden, you know, it's just making it, and it's going to bless everyone, you know, and I know that that's a beautiful thing. And I know my brother, he talks about, he's got this big property. He drove me by it when I was down in Louisiana, that he wants to do kind of the same thing, but for children, for underprivileged children and stuff. So they can come there, they can fish. He's going to have ponds. He's going to have animals there, you know, and stuff. And all of this stuff is dear to my heart, you know, that it's a vehicle. There again, you know, this is a vehicle that's out there that, you know, we might not have, we could have dreamed it before, but, you know, it was kind of like a pipe dream. It was there. But now with Own Passive, we have that vehicle to put us there and to get that done, you know, and done very easily. You know, that's why I believe that Own Passive will change lives across the world. And it will be one person at a time. In other words, Eric Kessler, I appreciate you for coming forward with that and talking about that, because that is going to change people's lives, you know. And when people hear that, you know, and they know they can get involved with something like that and be blessed, and you know, then you sit there and maybe you have a Old Connect channel that brings these children to the forefront, you know, and you can watch them play, you can watch them enjoy this, you can do that kind of thing. It's gonna make the world a whole lot better place, man. I appreciate you. Applaud you for that, Eric.
I say one more thing. I'll give you a really good example of it. These friends of ours have an autistic child, and well, he's almost I think he's 14 or 15 now. And he was going to this really good training that was really helping him. They finally found something that was helping him. But because they didn't have the funds and the government quit supplying that, he can no longer go to that. And that just breaks my heart. You know, this kid really needs it. I mean, it's mandatory need. It's not a want. It's not a wish. It's something he absolutely has to have, and he can't go. And that's just terrible thing.
Absolutely, and you know, this is another thing that you look at. How is Own Passive going to help that? Now, Own Passive can take that same program that you're talking about, and they can fine tune it. They can tweak it, and they can get the best program out there for across the world for these type of children. Is it going to make a difference in their lives? Absolutely, it will. You know, and then when you throw in the fact that it's funded, you know, yeah, I mean, we will be changing the world one person at a time. It started with Ash Mafaro, but it continues with us. That is the key. You know, don't let it stop with Ash Mafaro. There's a great song out. If you've never watched it, Clay Walker, one of my favorite songs. The writer wrote this beautiful song, and it says, "Don't let the chain of love stop with you." It's an incredible story. And that's what I always think of Own Passive as. don't let it stop with you. If you got blessed, if Ash Mafaro blessed you with something, he blessed me with something, and who am I to not bless someone else? And when we get that attitude in ourselves, it's going to grow big, fast, and it's going to do a wonderful thing. All right. Thank you, Eric, so much for sharing. All right. Next up, we got Miss June Buckingham. Come on down.
Well, I'm back. Eric, I feel your heart because my little Wesley you just saw, he has spectrum autism, and we had, my children didn't have any kind of disabilities except for learning disabilities, but we learned to deal with that. So as a grandparent, I had to learn how to deal with him because I did not have the experience. So Eric, when you get that started, we need to connect because we don't have that here in Southeast Texas. We don't have nothing here. It's even hard to try to find a support group for us to go to. I'm on Facebook reading, I'm in many groups and they're just reading what other people, and I go, okay, now I can understand why he's doing this or why he's doing that. But the teachers here at Port Nature schools, I have to give them a A++++ because they have worked with him. They know how he is. They know how to deal with him when he has his little fits. And I learned from them too, because I'm still learning every day because it changes. Now he's 10, so now his body's changing. So now his attitude and everything's changing too. And with those places, when they get 18, they're put out in the society because you don't have the help from the government anymore to help you with that child. Now he will have to get his own medicine, and that medicine is crazy expensive. And so Eric, get with me once we get started because this one touch heart too, because I'm dealing with it every day with my grandson. He's a trip sometimes. And sometimes I have to walk and get out of the room because I don't understand it myself. Unless I've been on YouTube, I've been on searching everything. But support systems for the parents, grandparents, the family is also needed with the autism children, because if we don't know how to deal with it, then how are we going to help them children? Okay, I'm going to go because I'm getting emotional. Because it just breaks my heart when my baby nobody understands him. And they give him looks when they go out because he's acting up because he's not getting something or something doesn't go his way. He's just acting out and everybody, the whisperers, and you just want to mind your own business. This is my grandson. I need to take care of him. Don't judge people because you don't understand what's going on in their life. It's just not right. Well, okay. I gotta go because if not, I'm gonna cry.
Thank you, June. Thank you, June. And yes, Mr. Eric Kessler, when that comes about, and anybody that's got a special project, talk to, even if you want to talk to me about it, maybe we can set up a webinar for it, and we can address things like this, because that's a beautiful thing that you talked about having. And I know there's a lot of other things that people have, their passion in their heart. That's one of the reasons, that Excel sheet that, well, it's not Excel, Google sheet that was made up. If you'll take a look at that, and jot names down, and you see something there, and maybe you want to add your own page, and maybe we should add a page to it, of projects that we want to take care of that, there's going to be people that will want to jump in, will want to help you. I know that I'm going to be looking for things to do. I've got my own, I got a lot of them, and, I dream big, but I do know that Own Passive is bigger, so I want to be involved with you, Eric. You count me in. because you know I definitely want to be involved in that project for sure, because it's dear and clear to mind. All right, next up we got, in fact, this is going to be the last one. Mr. J. Mukai, come on down, brother.
Actually, I just, after hearing all the panelist views, I just want to summarize on-passive in two actually broad categories. First, on-passive is providing a total solution for the business or the digital world. At the same time, it's giving the solution to all the problem right now. Whatever the discuss right now in this webinar, it will provide solution to each of that problem. We will definitely sort it out in the coming days globally throughout the world. That's what on-passive is going to be do in the coming days. One more thing, I definitely want to thanks Lillian Nakamoto, ma'am, as sir already appreciate your work regarding what you are doing right now for on-passive. Thank you, ma'am, and all the panelists as well as all the attendees who present on this webinar. Thank you.
Absolutely, thank you, Jay. Thank you. I see one more hand up, and we're going to honor that hand. This will be the last one. Mr. Akram Hossein, come on down, brother.
Thank you so much, Milo. It's a really fantastic today's webinars, and I'm really grateful to be attended here. And it's really heart touching. Most of the speakers there already I heard that it's really heart touching, and I'd like to thanks to all the panelists and who have already speak. And I know they're actually really great founders we have gathered in the whole planet. So we are the most of the founders are pure heart, and they are true lover also on passive, and the true lover of the human being. So I think they can fix up the problem. And then I really appreciate to Milo, and you also sometimes Google Sheet to fix the problem and how to do, and you already informed that. It's really amazing, and I think everyone we can follow it, and we can start from by our own self. From now we can help to each from our source what we can do. So it is just a start we can do by ourselves, and then we can it can be practiced by our own what we can do that. So that will be just really from our practice. If you know that from every day we can see many problems in my local area or outside. So we can just fix up, at the same time we can help to others. So when we will be the financially freedom, that we can do big things. So we have a dream what we can do. We are planning that. You know that here is also Guyana, RB, and also we are doing the planning. Also we are fixing, and then what we will do, that will be our just planning. But we can do from our side at this moment by ourselves what we can do. So that is really great today's webinars. Everyone, I congratulate to all the participants and all the speakers. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Akeem. Thank you very much. All right, now I want to go back to what Jay said and what I think also. You know, I keep talking about this vehicle. Now remember, this vehicle wouldn't allow us to do all the things that it's going to allow us to do if it didn't have that first part. And that first part is business, right? It's about sharing it with business. It's about businesses doing advertising. A lot of the money, the apples are going to come in through that, you know. This thing is so well-rounded, though, that we could talk for hours and we could all talk about different parts and whatever that makes this thing really run. It's going to make it really tick. But you got the business side of it with the products. You know, you got Connect that every company in the world is going to want to use. You got staff that everyone's going to want to use. You know, you got Capture that's going to be making memes and stuff? What about Create that makes websites? How about Virtual that makes us all safe? It puts things in there. How about all the autoresponders with Mail and stuff? How about clicking on Mail and sending out a mail? There's so many things that we could talk about that are all part of this whole platform, of this vehicle that we've got. Today, we talked about, how are we going to bless people? Now, to me, that's dear and true to my heart. I like the other stuff. Don't get me wrong. I do plan on presenting it to businesses, and everyone needs it, and because it will help everyone in the world. But I also know that there's people like Eric's son, that needs something, or Eric's project that's going to be beautiful, or Dr. Benny talking about her project. Any of these projects, when you get a group together, when you get 1.5 million, but remember, it's 1.5 million now. It won't be once it launches, and you're talking between 10,000 and 1 million people a day coming in. Can you imagine how we're going to change the world? Just think of it. If that one person, if every person would do one deed a day, good deed a day, how good is that? It won't get much better than that. We're going to live in a world that is much better. Will there still be things? Yeah, absolutely, there will always be. There's going to be people that don't buy in. There's going to be, and there always has been. That's what life is about. But I want every one of you to know that you are awesome, and you are a unique person, and you continue to be your unique self, and let's change the world. Eric, I applaud you for what you're going to do. Dr. Benny, applaud you for what you're going to do. And people that are thinking about changing lives, how we're going to change lives. Beautiful concept. I want to thank every one of you for coming, because remember, if you was not here, we would not have a show, because I'm not going to want to listen to myself talk to myself. All right. So I also love to thank the people that have helped us out today. Marcy and Hamabuk, come on down and say a few words to us. She helped bring people on right in the beginning. Give me 2 minutes.
Thank you, Milo. I don't have to give 2 minutes. I just want to tell everybody this was a great show. Go home, enjoy your Saturday. Remember, we have the PNG coming up. So join us, spread the news, make Unpassive known around the world. Hashtag Unpassive for life. Thank you so much.
Absolutely great. What time is your show, Marcian?
PNG is going to be at midnight. That's early Sunday morning.
Yeah.
The link is going to be posted in the back office. Lynn is going to take care of that, I'm sure.
Perfect. Check your back office always. In fact, you should check your back office now, because I know they were making some changes and stuff. And so check your back office. Mr. John Barilla, he was a host. He does it all, man. He works the back end. He works the chat. Man, we appreciate you, John. Come on down.
Oh, thank you, Milo. It's nice of you to say that. Can you hear me okay now? I've been having some trouble, I guess, with my sound today. Someone was in the chat saying I've got an echo. And that was because, when I'm in all the chats and all the YouTube channels, sometimes I use 2 devices, and I forgot to turn my sound off on my tablet, which was in my lap the last time I came on. So forgive me for that. I'm sorry about that. I just wanted to say something. I've already talked about what we talked about today, but I want to remind everybody something that I've been saying for a while now about how important it is to start getting ready to make that. Well, we should already be doing it. Hit the back office and go there more than one time a day. And things are changing. Every day there's something different now. That's not going to stop until we move forward and go beyond founders and end up in the on-passive office or site or whatever that will be. So I just want to say to folks, go in there and go in there multiple times a day. I mean, I do. And also I wanted to say that, a lot of people were very worried after our last meeting with Ash. I got so many questions, and I heard Red and Marty and several other people talking about, people were like, hey, he didn't mention any of the products. Is anything happening? What happened? Well, he was speaking in the future. But that doesn't mean what we've just heard recently from Ash is not happening and is gone. It's just that he was taking us beyond that. I just want to mention those couple of things. You know, have faith in what's happening, be very happy and excited because good things are happening soon. And also make your back office your friend. Go there a lot. That's all. Bye-bye.
Absolutely. Thank you, John. And it's so true. Hey, let's enjoy the journey, man. We don't have nothing to worry about. We got Mr. Ash that he is on top of everything. And you're right. He was out there, you know, in front of it. But if things are happening, it's always happening. Enjoy the process. And thank you, John. All right. None other than Miss Lynn Nakamoto. How in the world does she do it? She goes to all these shows. She's here every time for me. Lynn, come on down and talk to us. We appreciate everything you do, not only on this show, but every show that you're involved with.
It is truly my pleasure. This was a great show. I like the sharing, really heart-touching sharing. It was special. Good job, Milo. You
All
always
right.
pick, your shows are the greatest. Thank you for all you do.
All right. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you for coming and helping out. Now, let me just put a couple things out here to you. I am looking for someone, if anybody knows about 3D printing, I am looking for someone that knows about 3D printing to bring them on as a special guest. Please contact me. If you have a certain project that you want to talk about, send me a note. Let's get you on as a special guest to talk. This is what this is all about, you know, bringing up things that we want to talk about, you know, and you know, don't worry about, you know, the speech part of it. You know, if you've got 15 minutes or whatever, you know, you got that to take care of. You know, you don't have to do that. People will ask you questions and we'll guide you through the whole thing. But this is just a platform that we can be friends and we can share. Okay, so I appreciate every one of you coming here.
Milo, excuse me. I forgot to thank Listra Tuak, who helped me in the chats, and also Dave Rosalski, who helped me in the YouTube chats. Wanted to thank them. I forgot. Thank you.
All right. Hey, we appreciate it. Thank you, Lisa, and thank you, Dave. Lisa, come on down and say something to us.
Actually, you are talking about 3D printing.
Yeah. Go ahead,
I have a little more knowledge about that.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see if Leon, I don't know what happened to Leon. We might have Leon on next week. If not, maybe we can have you on 3D printing. I'm very interested in 3D printing. I know quite a bit about it myself, but I want someone to talk about it. Thank you very much. Now let's go to Listra. Listra, come on down and talk to us. Give us
Hello, I don't have much to say today. I love the show. I loved all the sharing. And yeah, we've got such plans. You know, we've got so much we all want to do. Okay. And what we all should be doing is making a list of everything and putting it down there and then choosing the most important one to start with. Okay. That's all I have to say. And John, it's my pleasure to be helping in the chat, helping you and Lynn and whoever else.
All right.
Thanks, Milo.
Thank you, Lisa. Thanks for your help. And Dave, are you here? Dave, that was also helping in the chat. Come on down and say something to us, brother, if you like. No, Dave? That's all right. Dave, we appreciate you working in the back office in the chat, helping John out. It's a big job. And thank every one of you for coming today. That's time. It's time for our show to be over. So we're going to wind it up. So I appreciate once again every one of you coming. Remember, you are awesome. If no one's told you that yet today, let me be the first. You are awesome. And not only are you awesome, you are very unique. And I don't remember who said it, but someone said God doesn't make junk. That's so true. He made each of us different, each of us separate. And I guarantee there's not two of us that agree on 100% of everything. So don't ever let that bother you just because you don't agree with everything that someone says. Don't get mad at them. They have their right to think what they think. You have your right to think what you think. You know, it doesn't make us any different. We're all unique. Let's live that way, but let's love everybody. Let's love one another, and we'll go a long way. That's the own passive way. All right. Hey, thank you all for coming once again. And I'll say right now, good night from Nashville.
Milo, sir, good night from New York City.
Good night from Canada.
Good night from Southeast Texas.
Good night from New York City.
Good night from Brooklyn, New York City.
Thank you, thank you.
Good night from
See you
Georgia.
again. See you
Well, good
again.
day from Georgia.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Dr. Benny
Canada.
from Maryland.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Love you all. Love you all.
Bye.